Hi, welcome. This is Judy and Sara and Sandy here. We're just so glad you're in our group and we really want to be of service to you. And Sara came up with this great topic for today, how to stay empowered in uncertain times, global uncertainty, actually. And I think it's taken many of us out of our comfort zone. But we've got some ideas for you. And Sara, would you like to start?
Yeah, hi. So this is an important topic because we are going through a lot of uncertainty right now. A lot of fear is around us, and essentially no one knows. Businesses are crashing and people's self-esteem, mental health, especially in the UK, is at an all-time high. Like, people are struggling so much. And I think this is all about mindset. It's a big mindset problem. We need to really be looking at this in an empowering way. Basically remembering that you have a lot of power to change how you feel about situations, to change the meaning you give things that happen to you. And when this lockdown started for me, I felt like this is going to be good. I can get work done. I can take my business to the next level. I can read my books. Judy, I read, like you saying, in books before. I read 3 books, got one after each other. I really focused on reading, gratitude, and I focused on, okay, what can I do to get my mindset in the right place to tackle this, really? And so I had to be proactive. I had to be like, okay, how do I feel right now and why? Where are these thoughts coming from? And how can I change how I feel? And there are many ways to change how you feel. The most simple way is change what you're focusing on. If you're focusing on negative, you are going to feel negative, and then your action after that is going to be negative, isn't it? So, really remembering how much power you have. We have no control over our outside world. And I think this, it confirms it. We can influence it in some way. But ultimately, all the control and power we have, it's within us, really. And you can choose to be disempowered and see this as a negative thing. And it is for so many people, it is. But you can also choose to say, do you know what, I'm going to make the best out of this with what I've got. I'm going to look at this with a positive outlook, and I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to use this time to heal, to grow, to learn, to forgive, to evolve, And I think you can choose to have an empowered mindset. And I think that's what it comes down to.
I agree.
Beautiful. Sandy?
Mindset is everything. Whatever we do, it's everything. And I think, it's all in, we have choices to make. And if you choose to be negative, like Sara said, and you just sit there and, oh, what if this and what if that? But I think the biggest thing is to treat it just like any other challenge.
Yeah.
You can't control the outside.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. What can I learn from this? How can I grow through this? How can I make this situation different? What would I do, differently because I have to stay home? Well, of course, you're going to meet on Zoom like we do. There's things that you can do. And if you sit there and you kind of analyze the situation and say, what can I learn from this? Then you're looking at it as a positive way. Every challenge is just there. It's there for a reason. It's there for you to learn. It's there for you to grow. Don't fear it. If you fear the challenge, you're stagnant. You'll stay right where you are. COVID will come and go, but you'll still be right where you are.
Yeah.
And it's important to keep that mindset positive and to keep being inquisitive and asking questions and challenging what you're thinking so that you can continue to move forward and become a better version of yourself tomorrow than you are today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an old pattern that I remember being stuck with that I was taught. It took years for this "you're not good enough" programming to get into my little innocent, pure self, all of us, when we start out.
Yeah.
And so it can take some time to unravel that. And I like to work with energy, with Qigong, with EFT or tapping, because tapping will clear the old patterns quite quickly. And you can see other videos on that. So I think releasing our emotional pain is really what's up for us in the world today. And ideally, it would be responsibly, like with tapping or crying or doing yoga or going for a run or definitely sitting quietly, training ourselves to sit quietly. That's part of the gift of being isolated right now. We're forced to sit still, if you will.
Mhm.
But I've been meditating for years and years, and it does get easier and it gets more soothing, feelings of safety and security that our great source is taking care of us, that we are connected to it. And Sara, you were saying, both of you were saying you practice positivity. And I believe in doing so because our energy is connected, we are helping each other and everyone on the planet to come up into more positivity. And I have a book. It'll take me just a second.
What I want to say is what you've just left is when this was happening, when COVID first started, I never really found myself to be a negative person. Well, I used to be, but I've done a lot of my mindset over the years. And I went through a phase which was about 2 weeks of literally feeling, and I don't know if it's depression. I've never had depression. But I felt really like a dark cloud was over me, and I noticed it, and I was aware. And it wasn't because anything in my anything that I could control. I generally felt like a deep sense of sadness for the world, and that's the only way I can describe it. I'm an empath, so I feel quite deeply. And I felt a deep sense of sadness for the world. And I knew, and I said to my mum, I need to get out of this. I need to get out of it. And so she sent me a number of a guy who was very spiritual. He sent me like positive energy. And I literally made it my priority to focus on shifting what the energy I was holding and the perspective I was given. And I worked on it. And luckily, it lasted about between 10 days and 2 weeks. And I felt like myself again after that. And I remember going on a walk on my own with my earphones in. I thought, God, help me get through this. And I did, and it did. And I felt like back to my normal self after. My point is, we are going to go through this roller coaster of ups and downs, but even in the times where you feel scared and you feel the most in fear, those are the most important times. You need to remember how much power you have and make it your priority in that moment to go into self-care and do everything you can to get your vibration back up again. Because I think when we give our power away, that's when we don't need to do that, do we? We don't need to do that. So it's the easiest thing to do. But anyway, sorry, Judy.
No, it's beautifully said. And we have source loving universal intelligence energy. We're made of it. We have it there to draw upon, especially when we're feeling really low. And it does take practice, I think, to reconnect to it. This book is a good one called The Universe Always Has a Plan.
Oh, Matt Kahn.
Matt Kahn, like half an hour away from me here in Oregon.
Really?
Yeah, he moved nearby.
Oh,
So
wow.
anyway, the idea here is that, yes, things are tough, but there's a bigger reason for it happening. And I like to just draw upon the question regularly, please guide me to my next biggest step.
Love that.
How can I reach my full potential? And also, how can I fully serve with the time I've got left on this planet? How can I give the most information about positivity? And that's partly why I started these groups, to help us do that. So, it's just a real pleasure to be in connection with you. And any last words, my friends?
Stay positive, stay empowered, and stay safe is my words.
I second that. And challenge the negativity in your life. Challenge it.
Yeah, you can't get out of it if you don't challenge it, because if you're not challenging it, you're allowing it. So definitely.
And it's not who we are. We've just been taught this less than stuff.
Yeah.
It's not our full potential is how we came in, and we can get back there. And that's our message. So.
Yeah, definitely. We could talk about this all day, but yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. See you next time.
Bye.